Doug Wilkinson invented winning. And here at Oklahoma, we uphold the standard. This is the Champion Standard Podcast, where analytics meet film and the tailgate fuels the passion. Touchdown! From deep dives in the film room to advanced stats that tell the real story. Right. We bring Sooner football into focus like never before. The roar of the palace on the prairie, the legacy of champions, and the pursuit of the next one. It's all right here. So lock in, because this is Oklahoma football. This is the Champion Standard.
Let's go! Let's go! Go!
Hey, Sooner fans, welcome back. Huge win in Knoxville yesterday evening. Huge win. Sooners get back on track. Rob and I dive into it next.
That's my standard. That's my standard. My champion standard. Champion standard. Pull up with the answers. Yeah, the answers. Champion standard. Champion standard. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us, everybody. Before we jump in, please hit that like, subscribe. Yeah, I like catching you off guard. Appreciate all the subscribers out there and all of our viewers and listeners. Wouldn't make our show as fun without you guys. So, God, what a game! What a game yesterday. Oh yeah, man, just like we all predicted.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Sooners win yesterday, 33-27. Score was pretty much aligned with a lot of scores people had. Maybe not the right side or whatever, but everybody thought it was going to take 30 points to win, and sure enough, that's what it was.
Yep.
Great win. That environment looked every bit build up to be yesterday. I like Tennessee's all black uniforms. I think they look pretty sharp, by the way.
Yeah, they had a cool little Tron intro video that I saw. I was like, hey, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that was neat. They did a good job going and winning there in that environment. So I was going to wait and ask you this later, but is this BB's signature win
over Alabama? I mean, they're both really good because they knocked the playoff team out of the playoff, because like Tennessee's not going to the playoff. They're done. And then last year, taking Alabama, but it being a road victory and being that it is hard to win on the road in the SEC, and being in front of 100,000 fans and a night primetime game, and it was a pretty gritty win. I would say, it's probably his signature win so far. Yeah. Hopefully we get more. He's got to do it again.
Yeah, really.
Hopefully Alabama.
I think it's like there's three to choose from. I think it's like that one, Alabama, and then maybe the Texas game a few years ago. I think. Yeah. You could,
the 2-minute drill, go score. Yeah.
So no, it was right up there. Great win. Gosh, I don't know where to start. I'll have some takeaways here in a minute, but just and you said it in the title, just a gritty performance. I think yesterday, things did not look good in the first half. Very inept on offense again. Same thing. Same problem.
Same story.
Yeah. Yep. Same story. But defense kept it close, and RMT, if you're going to get injured, you score while you're getting injured. So thank you for shedding that tackler. He wasn't letting that guy take him down.
He was like
not letting that guy take him down.
Right. I mean, he wanted to score. Like that was, I'm scoring right here, right now. That was awesome. That was such a great play. One-handed scoop and take off. He turned into a ball carrier on a mission to go score. And Man, I hope his hammy's good. I hope he can get rested, and we'll see over the next couple of weeks if he can come back for to play versus Alabama. But that was good.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
It was awesome. Yeah, he did his best impersonation of Marshawn Lynch there, running down the sidelines, just kind of lumbering on in. Yeah, no, that was great. BV, we've been critical at times for a few things, but you kind of got to hand it to him yesterday. I gotta give him credit, and we can, just his scheme. He made. I felt like he made Aguilar like too comfortable, thinking things were just open, and we were, our safeties did a great job of running around back there. But no, stuff the run. What was it? 1.8 yards per rush, I think they average.
Yeah.
And anytime you can stuff the run, make a team one dimensional, right? Any team you can make one dimensional, all of a sudden, you have an advantage on that side of the ball. So.
Yeah, and I appreciated him sticking with pressure. With all these pass chunk plays, it would be really easy for him to go into a shell and try to drop back 8 and rush 3 like he did with Texas. He did it with Ole Miss too, but we didn't really drop 8 very much at all in this game. We were all like 4 or 5 man pressures and dialing up different looks, and you tee off a free runner with Heineke to get that scoop and score for RMT. Right tackle makes a false step inside, and Heineke just comes off the edge. And when you're dialing it up like that with the mixture of pressures that he has in his play bag, I appreciated him not falling into a shell and then just keep on with the pressure from the beginning of the game that got you that scoop and score to the end of the game. And the run defense, we're one of the best run defenses actually in like history. Like it's starting to like, if you took some of those explosive plays out, we are so dang good at the run. And when you can stop, like you mentioned, stop the run, you're going to give up those chunk plays versus Tennessee's offense, that scheme. But once you get to that scoring opportunity and the field shortens and those windows start to close, makes those throws a lot harder. And if you got plus athletes all over the place that are running this vision trigger zone scheme that can trigger on a dime, and suddenly your Aguilar at quarterback doesn't have a great big arm. Like he's not zipping the rock. Like it floats there. It was a recipe where we were able to take advantage of. Kind of doesn't have that big arm. Those windows close down. Plus athlete like Bowen and RSJ roaming the back and start generating turnovers, which has been missing in this defense all year. Which if you're running this scheme, this zone centric scheme, you should be collecting turnovers. That's why we've been patient with it, because we know it's got to come. Like we're going to get these turnovers in bunches. And without those turnovers, I don't think we win this game. What do you think, Brad? Do you think we win this game without?
No.
Okay.
Nope, we do not. Yeah, I think it's a 10-point loss or something like that if we don't, for sure. Especially considering, they were probably going in for a score when RMT took it back. So that was a potentially, a 10 to 14 point swing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, you already kind of started diving into my takeaways. Do we want to go ahead and jump into those?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so since we're on the subject of the defense, we talked about turnovers. Other than maybe that, a few missed tackles on defense, mainly by Cortland, which I thought Cortland made a pretty good game coverage wise, to be honest with you. He was around Brazel. Is that how you say it? Brazel? There's a couple.
I call him Brazel.
Yeah, I do too. He was right there in his back pocket a lot of times. But yeah, his tackling needs to just giving guys extra yardage, and that score was just terrible tackling that they had down the sidelines. But last week I was talking to you, and I forgot if it was on the pod or just separate from that. You know how we've really missed Billy Bowman around back there, just being a ball hawk.
Turnover machine.
Yesterday, RSJ and Bowen both got a pick, so showed up when they needed to the most. So yeah, my first takeaway is just that overall defensive performance. Second takeaway, I'm sure there's probably a couple of people that's already mentioned it here in the chat, but Tate Sandell is him, even with those shorts that he's wearing.
Yeah,
Sports shorts, skorts, whatever you want to call them. I think there's probably a name for them. 4 field goals, 3 over 50. Just what a weapon. And you just asked me, do we win that game without the turnovers? Rob, do we win that game without Tate Sandell?
No. No, he's I think I looked, and he has scored 80 points so far this year. Frame of reference, Materia scored 84. So like he's like just another couple field goal, like a field goal and an extra point away from, being our highest scoring output, which is pretty wild. And he's I had to look it up, but like let me see if I pull it up again. Over like this year, he's 6 for 6 from 50 yards.
That's what you want, right? The only miss he had was in that Michigan game, and we both know that was what, 6 games ago?
Yeah, and that was
7 games, whatever it was.
45-yarder, but he's 6 for 6 from 50 plus.
Yeah.
You put him as your number 1 transfer addition just last couple pods ago.
Yeah, no, we haven't had that in quite some time. So it's just refreshing. Anytime that you get just inside the 40, you're in his range. Granted, they showed video, 2 of those, and that one just barely creeped up with the upright.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost touched it. So, and then Herb Street was getting on my nerves, making fun of his shorts and stuff. But
yeah, it was weird.
He's just getting on my nerves in general, and here and lately, I think he's kind of full of himself or something. He's just kind of getting out of hand with his comments, and his bias always just kind of shows up a lot of times on these podcasts. But anyway, that's another story for another time. Yeah. So Tate, probably maybe co-MVP of that game. I don't know who else, RMT. There's a lot of guys you could choose. Mateer, started running the ball again. Third takeaway, and I think you've already you've been saying this for a long time. You want to be in the conversation in, what do you call it? November, championship November.
You got to be participating in championship November.
And that was a must win yesterday to keep us in that conversation. And we went on the road in front of 102,000 and got it. I'm just thoroughly impressed with the character of the team going there. Brent's got a tough team, and they showed how mentally tough they were last night, and they're keeping it alive. And fortunately, we got a bye week because we're getting some of our key players are hurt. Gentry, no snaps. Kobe, no snaps. RMT gets hurt. I don't know.
Simmons is out.
We got several key cogs that need to get back. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this bye week is, I don't know if it was strategically placed or not, but it is coming at a really good time before your 3-game stretch here where you go and play Alabama at home, who is tearing it up, but at the same time has a lot of weaknesses that we should be able to capitalize on. And we'll maybe do a preview show on maybe next Sunday. We could do a preview show of Alabama, and we got to do a defensive breakdown too. I could use the bye week to finish breaking out all of the defense. We can do what is Brent Venables' defense breakdown, but bye week coming in at a great time. You get a road victory, you get to celebrate it for a little bit extra days, and then get back to work and hopefully get healed up a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'd really like to get Gentry back just to kind of help shore up the secondary. But I thought Bowen, Eli Bowen and Cortland played pretty good. Obviously, they gave up some. Man, BV has a lot of trust, and just letting them roam around out there with those receivers alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were some guys missed, and I was like, God dang, a better quarterback's going to hit those guys in stride for 6. But anyway, I thought they played great. Last takeaway, and I was going to just be all positive today and not bring up anything negative, but just the self-inflicted wounds that we keep doing, making things so difficult on ourselves. The untimely penalties, play calling. God, Arbuckle just run the damn ball. You got everybody saying it. I know you're hearing it.
Yeah. Oh, he totally hearing it. Oh yeah, for sure.
Just do it. Just the play calling is just awful. You've already touched on it about the empty backfield on first down.
I just don't really like. I don't like the timing of when he's bringing out empty on these like first, second, and third plays of the drive. I'd much rather push it to like the scoring opportunity until you get into your disruptors, like empty, condensed, pistol, which pistol's pretty much gone now, but just wait until later and then start working it in. The first half play calling was not good. And then you got into the fourth quarter and the last 20 scrimmage plays, take away the victory, take away the penalty, the last 20 scrimmage plays, 13 were runs. And of those 13, we ran for like 97 yards, including, X-Rob's 30-plus boom play. But even if you took X-Rob's big touchdown run, they still averaged like 4 yards a carry.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it got better. It's like but he still had that 4-minute RPO slant to the boundary for an interception, which Mateer should have just gave it to X-Rob. It would have been a 4 or 5 yard gainer. And like that's where it's kind of like, you don't take the RPOs out when you need to push the run first, run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
They were running it great down that drive, that second last drive. They were doing great. And then they decided to do Mateer, call came in, RPO inside zone, RPO slant. And he took the slant on to the boundary, and it was just a bang bang play to pick. But if he hands that ball off, I mean, it's a 5 yard gain. So, and we would have kept churning out the time. We would kept churning, and then we could have iced the game. Then
we were up. Yeah, we were up 9. It was under 4 minutes or around 4 minutes. Just go get another first down or 2. Kick another field goal. I'm with you. It reminded me of the Seattle Seahawks playing the Patriots, and they called that pass play. They had Marshawn Lynch, right?
Yes. Yeah.
No, same thing. It's like run the damn ball, dude.
Yeah.
Wasn't a scoring play, but same thing.
You could tell X-Rob was feeling it. His decisions on some of these like inside zone, he was like, bounce it outside. Okay, cut inside. I mean, he is like, he's starting to feel it when you started giving him the attention, the more attention, give him the ball, give him the rock, keep getting him in the flow.
Yeah. And
it finally popped. Here's another thing is that these duo runs that we have, they are really truly 3-4 play, like 3-4 yard plays, 3-4, 3-4, 3-4, 3-4. And then it will pop. That's just how it works. And we've done it now twice back to back when Ole Miss, actually for the last 3 games, South Carolina, Ole Miss, and Tennessee, we've had the exact same play. Give us a 3 yards, 4 yard, 3 yard, and then boom, it pops. And that's what it does. But I want to see that 13 out of 20 at the beginning and at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning and the end. I want to see like a nice flow of rhythm. But we finished much better than we started, and that's obvious. But the reason why is because we were churning out the run game and we were staying balanced.
Yeah. No, it's just a it's a thin margin, when the play calls are awful, penalties are awful. We're fighting we're fighting ourselves the whole game, helping the other team. The other teams don't need help in this league. So just stop doing that. And you might start getting some decisive wins potentially instead of these nail biters every week, potentially. Yeah. But that kind of leads into my last point here. And I like to do this stat at the end of each season, but this is Brad's non-advanced stats. You have the advanced stuff. I got the non-advanced stuff. So this is scoring in the SEC conference, just conference play only. Okay, so this is points per game only, offense and defense, and then I calculate the differential. And then the records are to the right of that. So you can see, we got a defense that's holding people to under 22 points a game, but our offense is only getting 23. So the margin for error is just slim. It is for us. Mm-hmm. It is for Missouri, obviously Tennessee, they score a lot, give up a lot. Vanderbilt's kind of bunched in there with this, we're all the middle of the pack teams, but you look at the other, 5 teams up there, they got a pretty decisive, and maybe this is a Captain Obvious thing, that that's usually what happens. Who has the best record but it calls it out here, A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas, a little better than Vanderbilt, but you just got, and sometimes all that is, Rob, is just getting another touchdown instead of a field goal in a game. It'll give you another 4 points a game, and all of a sudden you can get those other victories. So I just wanted to look at it now rather than wait until the end of the year to see how it correlated. And I didn't know A&M's was, man, their differentials something.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
I've always been a fan of Elko's defenses. They are always some really, really tough defenses to play when he's got his players. Once he gets his players, recruit portal, gets them set, he's always has some really, really fun defenses to watch. But they are stacked on the offensive side with skill positions. Mm-hmm. Like, holy moly. They've got dudes all over the place that can make people miss. They run through you. They run around you. Yeah. They were my dark horse at the beginning of the year. I was like, we got to watch out for this A&M team because Elko's built different. He's not a Jimbo Fisher. So, Alabama, Georgia, they're always going to be up there. I'm kind of surprised how Ole Miss, being that their defense, 26 points, but their offense, 32.
They're
Ole Miss, 32 second. Offense, 26 defense, 5.6 points, 5.6 differential points per game.
Yeah,
sitting there at 5-1. Yep.
I will say, we got Bama, Missouri, LSU left, and Alabama's really the only offensive team really left. Missouri and both Missouri and LSU just scoring about 21 points a game. But if we can pull off another stunner in Tuscaloosa, I think that bodes well for our last 2 home games. But I wanted to pull that up and take a look at it. So I thought it was kind of interesting. And I may pull that up again at the end of the season, just see how it shakes out. But it usually, there's usually some pretty big disparities, and those usually the better teams.
Yeah, that's pretty well. I mean, I feel like it's Bama, and then you get to finish strong at home. I mean, we control our destiny now in November. We control our destiny. We can knock out Alabama out of the playoffs, move one slot higher. And then I've been hearing, listen to the ESPN and all the national pundits and national writers and everything. They're saying that the SEC is going to have 5 teams. It's 4 or 5.
I could see that because the ACC is just beating each other up and are probably just going to get one. Potentially, right? Maybe just Miami.
12?
Am I missing someone there?
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah. So I don't know when the first playoff does it come out this week.
You got Virginia, Georgia Tech, and
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech, who plays Georgia, so that could be a awesome game to watch. But yeah, Miami's 6-2 on the year, but right now on top of the ACC's Virginia and Georgia Tech.
Okay,
which I don't watch.
So maybe
football,
they get two.
So I don't know.
But five from the SEC. Ooh.
That they were saying 4 was like a 90. ESPN had 4 SEC teams as a 95% chance, and a 5th SEC team was like 80%. Like I was like, wow, that's a lot of teams. But I mean, it happens in baseball, right? You follow your SEC baseball. That SEC dominates baseball.
Right. Softball and baseball, yeah, they dominate for sure. That's interesting. So that would mean the Big Ten would only be getting maybe 3.
Yeah, because you look at right now, it's Indiana, Ohio State. They're both undefeated, and after that, it drops to 2 lost teams.
Right.
And SEC has got 3 1-loss teams, and then A&M, and then 3 2-loss teams with Texas, Oklahoma, and Vanderbilt. A lot to sort out, but I mean, if you can get 4, be that 4th. I mean, you give Alabama a loss, and you've got the tiebreaker on them. You probably still need a little bit of help, but
right.
It's possible, man.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. We could be one of those 5 if there's 5, but we have to win at Tuscaloosa. Otherwise, I think we're done.
Yep. With
so many others, but so you want to dive into some stats or some film?
Yeah, let's briefly look at some stats, and then we'll look at some defensive stuff.
Okay.
Let me see. Change our layout here. There we go. Well, we haven't really looked at this in a while.
It's been a couple weeks.
It's been a minute. So you're just looking at Oklahoma and defense. Oklahoma's offense, I mean, we've definitely went from a lot of green to a lot more yellow and orange everywhere on here.
Mm-hmm.
Standard downs, explosiveness on offense, we're 103rd in the country on first and second down. Passing explosiveness, we've taken a hit because we're just not pushing the ball downfield.
No, not at all.
To other teams. Yep. We were in the first few weeks, in the first, 3 weeks, but ever since Texas and conference play, it's plummeted. You can see that in Mateer's passing numbers, right?
Right.
Defensively. So how, just a reminder, Brad, is that these explosiveness allowed is about how many yards, like the impact of yards. So it's not total yards. It's like how many 70-yard plays, 50-yard plays, 40-yard plays. It's measured by like the yards gained
of the play
on a single play. Okay. So it's about how the explosive plays downfield, not necessarily like total yards. So passing, let's see, what was I going to look? Oh, explosiveness allowed 108 because we have like a 70-yarder, an 80, or a 77, a 65, a 47, a 40. I mean, we've got some really high explosive plays. Stuff rate, we're second in the country on stuff rate.
Yeah, that's so weird, Rob.
It is.
It's like extremes. There's so much
that's
dark green and then a few that's Brent's defense for you, is it not?
Yes. It is essentially like it's a bend and break, don't break defense. So like he's generating some TFLs, he's getting into the backfield, he's creating havoc, he's getting sacks, but then on offense will pop a big chunk play, or whether it was through the ground or through the air. But one of the things I noticed is that this yards per dropback allowed, we were sitting in the top 5 like all year, but after this Tennessee game, we dropped now to the 12th in the country, giving 5.2 yards on the year on dropbacks. Again, like we were like top 2, 3, but because of Tennessee and all of their explosive plays, I think they had 17 explosive plays for 347 yards.
Gosh.
Out of their 450 yards, 17 of them were 350.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, and 16 of them were through the air.
Wow. Yeah, no doubt. We don't get the turnovers, we lose. That tells you everything you need to know right there. So
yeah. Looking at the like weekly look, I just kind of like to see like the look, but yards per play allowed was our worst of the year at 7.63 yards per play per scrimmage play. So this doesn't have penalties, this doesn't have all the other stuff. This is pure scrimmage plays. So defense held on. Like it was truly a bend don't break defense last night. EPA allowed wasn't too bad because we generated TFLs off of it. So like it looks at the efficiency per play. So if you look at like just yards per play, it doesn't look good, but the efficiency has pretty much stayed the same, which is good. Let's look at the quarterback misery matrix. This is just looking at EPA dropback allowed and havoc rate. We're sitting here with Indiana on the year.
Oh, nice. That's good company.
Yep. And then if we want to just take a look at the weekly, a little bit different. We had a havoc rate of 11%, and our drop back was about 0.31, which is kind of middle of the pack. So even though we still created sacks, we still created havoc to kind of push that down, but we did get a barrage of pass plays. If we look at like for the week in the SEC, still kind of in the middle of the pack. I mean, it looked like Ole Miss dominated, Kentucky did good, and even Tennessee did good on us. It looks like Georgia is...
Yeah, you could tell Vanderbilt have an off week for sure.
Yep, Vanderbilt had an off week. But let me go back. Let's go back on the year. So let's look at total year again. EPA dropback allowed, efficiency at the quarterback position while passing the ball, and havoc rate. OU is still clearly, even through the year, like headed above everybody. We're generating a tremendous amount of havoc, and we are pushing that EPA dropback down. The efficiency of the quarterback, which is good. That's what you want. If you're generating havoc, you want to see that EPA dropback efficiency drop. So that's all good stuff, man. I feel like we're still kind of waiting on whether or not the defense has a bad game or not. Even great defenses in today's game have an off day.
Maybe that was last week. Maybe that was the Ole Miss thing.
Maybe it was old. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so this is after I broke down all the tape of the OU offense of Tennessee, and one of the things I thought was interesting, because I didn't pull this up for Ole Miss, I just didn't want to look at it. I was kind of mad after that game, but if you looked at our yards per play gained in the Ole Miss game between scoring opportunity, goal line, and the red zone, we averaged 1.8 yards a play, which is like not good, right? And in this last night's game, we doubled it with 3.64. So we had ourselves a better when we got to the score, but we're still not quite there. You were just saying about your scoring points. If we convert on one of those field goals into touchdowns, then we're pushing it. If we looked at some of our later game, like earlier games, our yards gained in these field zones were like 8 yards a play instead of 3.
Right.
And instead of 1. So we have to get better. Once we cross the opponent 40-yard line, we have to do better at pushing the ball to the end zone. I don't how many times, I mean, you're going to have to help remind me, when we got to the scoring opportunity, did we have any shots to the end zone?
Not that I can recall. I don't remember. We took that one shot. Remember, I said I wanted one. Was it right before half? When I said I think we need to take one shot, and we did. I can't remember who that was to. If it was Satania or Gibson, I don't remember. But we did take a shot. But I actually can't remember the last time that Mateer threw a touchdown into the end zone. So we had the Satania touchdowns, but those weren't into the end zone. Those were Satania, getting yards after catch. I don't remember the last time we've thrown one into the end zone.
I think the last one I might be thinking of is the Satania in South Carolina, but I think that
wasn't into the end zone.
It wasn't? Okay.
No, he was just short and ran it in.
Okay. So I mean, if we look here, I mean our best play. Oh, hold on, let me sort this out because I've got. Let's see, our best play. Let's see. Yep. Don't want that. Our best play was the power read right here. So once we had crossed the opponent 40, we only had one explosive play for 10 yards, and it was the power read. Everything else was just like a 6-yard rush, a 5-yard pass, a 5-yard pass, a 4-yard rush. What would have been the best play would have been X-Rob's touchdown, but he fumbled the ball. So we have to do better once we cross the opponent 40. And I think one of the reasons why we are kind of struggling is because, I mean, just based on what I understand of the Ben Arbuckle offense from studying it from last year, one of his bread and butter things to do was once he crossed the opponent 40. Actually, I think I have it. Maybe every time he would cross the opponent 40-yard line, he went into pistol formation. That was like his thing. Like every time, opponent 40 pistol, different changeup, a disruptor. We're gonna completely flip it. We're gonna have something. We're gonna show the defense something else. And he was really good at identifying how the defense was setting their strength, their run strength, where they're putting their 3-tech, where they're putting their 5, where they're putting their mic. And he would go to pistol where, when an offense goes into pistol, defenses have to kind of figure out how they're going to set their strength. Are they going to go to tight end? Are they going to go to running back? Obviously you can't really do it to running back. Are they doing the field and boundary? But he'd figure that out, and then he would run to the side, their weak side. And that was his bread and butter, like the inside zone, quarterback power, wide zone, all that stuff. We don't really get into pistol at all. Like it's completely disappeared. The empty formation we had like 6 calls in this game. But even then, you look at the beginning of the year, we were running empty like 10 to 11, 12 times a game. That's come down. So I feel like his playbook has actually shrunk a little bit to me. I feel like it's shrunk a little bit. And it's kind of showing here in once you cross the 40-yard line and getting to scoring opportunity land. And we're not punching the ball in.
No. No. And when you had your trench warfare this past week, we're seeing guys running open, even inside the 40. There's guys open for him to get the ball to, and he's just missed them. So
yep.
I'm encouraged that at times Arbuckle is scheming things open and Mateer is just not seeing it. So it's one of these things, who's at fault? Is it Mateer? Is it Arbuckle? Well, it's both. And, on a lot of plays, but all it takes is one of them, to be off and our offense just gets a little stagnant.
Yeah. So here's our explosive plays. We had 9 on the in the game. We had 2 quarterback scrambles. We had a dragon, which is just like a slant or a snag with a flat route behind it. Duo, which was X Rob's play. Peel and vert out, and verts are kind of our bread and butter passing concept that he's been expanding on. So vert out, instead of having both receivers run verts, he runs a speed out with the slot. That's where you saw Satania getting all those speed out on the 5-yard sideline, and he'll turn up. That's a great play. The peel, which the way they attach it to mesh, they attach it to Yankee or Y cross, which is just a post and a wheel behind it. That's probably our biggest pass play from 25. That was again to Sectana. And then we had a sail and shoot screen, and then Mateer power read, which was our best play in the scoring opportunity. So we need more, man. We need to collect more of these. And these opposing offenses are seriously stacking some like an incredible amount of explosive plays on our defense, and our defense is holding on, holding on like an Ole Miss, where even though we got the loss, they made some of those drives into 3 points instead of 7. And then in this last game, our defense held on and started generating turnovers. Our offense has to start, maybe not necessarily matching output of some of these opposing offenses, but they have to start generating something.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Just to get that points per game up closer to 28, 30 points, and you're there. So that just means another touchdown or 2.
Yeah, and then we've got this is just the disruptor families, like bunch, condensed, empty, formation, unboundary, motion, nub, stack, unbalanced. We're going more uptick in unbalanced. This is unbalanced formation, not unbalanced personnel, Brad. So this is not extra offensive linemen, unbalanced personnel. This is having a covered, like a covered eligible receiver behind the line of scrimmage. So that's where it's like you've got your sniffer H back tight end, where we got Caden Helms or Canick behind an offensive lineman. Our uptick has gone up pretty significantly in that. But again, there's no pistol, empty. Like I said, beginning of the year, we were doing like 11, 12 calls a game, where we cut that in half. Condensed, we've kind of taken a dip there too. So, but our best like disruptor is motion, just because we motion a lot. But we had 8 plays where it was motion only for about 6 yards a play. So like I said, I'm trying to kind of convey that feel like our playbook has shrunk a bit as we've gone into conference play, and we need to start. We got to start building it out, man. We got to start adding layers to it, or we're gonna get in trouble.
I don't want it to shrink or get bigger so much as just get rid of the crap and put in some good to replace it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So this is just like concept family production here. So duo being our best play, right? X-Rob takes off, scores a touchdown. But best concept, actually, I think it's been the best concept the last couple weeks. Quarterback scramble, the vert out, which is like, again, just a vert and a speed out from the slot. Dragon, peel, inside zone, quarterback draw. And then shock. We love our shock, and we love our smash spacings type stuff. So that's about it. I mean, I look at this, Brad, there's not a whole lot here as far as like concept and scheme. Like, it's pretty, like, there's no whole lot that, like, we ran Yankee like one time in here somewhere. I mean, there's not a whole lot.
Is it would you call it vanilla because of that, or is that Is that not true? I'm just trying to think of
Yeah, I mean, that's like a mainstream word, vanilla, I guess. But I mean, we got to start expanding it out. And I think the reason why it shrunk too, Brad, maybe is because Materia's missing all those people. We had like the Texas breakdowns and all these and the trench warfare breakdowns where he's missing guys. I think this is Arbuckle's way of like simplifying it is another word. And trying to maybe start over, hit the reset button, find something that we like, and then start expanding out in the passing game. In the run game, they kind of did that. They were running all this GY counter stuff, and it wasn't working, and they had to, revert back and go, okay, let's just do inside zone and duo, and let's build from there. So,
yeah, I would love for us to turn into a, run first team with the whole play action. I just want Arbuckle to lose his arrogance or whatever you want to call it. Kind of forget what he has done in the past that worked in an inferior league and just adapt. And gosh, I think he could be a pretty good play caller if he would just run first and take the pressure off Mateer, because Mateer's running for his life because that's what Arbuckle is making him do.
I know that. So, from this, if you're looking at from the growth, there was growth from the quarterback spot from Ole Miss to Tennessee. There was way fewer plays that Mateer tried to hero ball. Now he did, but like there were plays in Ole Miss. If I was an OC, I would have benched him because he literally went out of the structure of the play on purpose. Either he forgot it. There was a couple of plays that I would have yanked him because he literally went out of the structure of a play. And this last game, he didn't do that. Now he tried to hero ball and try to pick up yards and stuff, but he is growing as a quarterback, and the kid's got all the talent in the world. I think in the last couple of weeks, we've just brought it, conceptually just kind of shrunk it just a little bit. And going through this bye week, Brad, I expect us to start working it almost like a reset of start adding new layers, and we can come to Alabama and Tuscaloosa and feel comfortable and maybe have some stuff up our sleeves to deliver to Alabama. That's what I'm hoping for anyways.
Yeah. Other than the South Carolina game, I don't have a ton of faith in Arbuckle yet.
Yeah.
He just, and that was like a blueprint on what we should do almost in that South Carolina game, but did that carry over, to the following week? No,
no.
I feel like you're trying to outsmart yourself at that point. You're like, well, we better change it up, or somebody that's going to look at what we did last week. We better change it up. No, it worked, dude. Keep doing it until someone stops it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Let's dive into some film.
Yeah. You got some film, don't you?
Yeah. I haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to really talk about the defense all year. Really, it's just trying to study Brent Venables' defense is taking some time.
Sure. Make your head hurt a little bit.
A little, it's just one of, because he kind of does his own thing.
It's all over the place, man.
Well, conceptually, scheme wise, at the end of the day, being a veteran coach that he is, and the players being veterans as they are, you've got a lot of guys have played a lot of football for him. His language, his pedagogy, being able to give them calls or one word calls and be able to basically put whoever, wherever that he wants on any given play. Kendall Daniels, I think, is a stud. I want to be able to do a piece on him eventually. Maybe I'll have to wait until I have more time, but Kendall Daniels is awesome. He's in the middle. He's in the high hole. He's a deep half safety. He's lined up at the line of scrimmage and blitzing. He's a quarterback spy. He's a strong hook. He's a weak hook in cover 3. He is freaking everywhere. It's wild. Yeah. But that's veteran players, veteran coach, techniques, being able to streamlined techniques to multiple positions. It's pretty cool. So
I like to say that Brent's defenses are predictably unpredictable.
Yeah, I mean, he just
it's just all over the place. There's been several coaches and other coordinators, whether it's SEC or somewhere else, have said that he's the toughest to prepare for because there's what's the word you look for? You look for what? They're not trends. What are they called? From a team,
cycles or what?
I can't think of the word.
Tendencies.
Yes, thank you.
Tendencies.
And they just offenses just can't find tendencies because he's just all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of breaks some stuff. Like, here's the thing: like, you can't take some of the stuff that he calls and put it in a generic family. Like, you can't just be like, okay, this looks like cover. Like, you can almost look at a coverage and be like, and I have one up because it's like, okay, yeah, I can see why somebody would say this is cover 3 cloud. I can see why someone would say this is cover 2. I can see why someone would say it's this. Because, like, again, he's able to tell people in a single word call or with a call and a tag and be able to tell them to do whatever he wants them to do, which is really, really cool. It's really cool. So let's take a look at some stuff. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna move you and I down here for a minute. There we go. And then, okay. So I just picked like 4 or 5 that I thought were really, really cool, or at least I thought were good plays. I don't know. Yeah.
So does that say first quarter 7-7?
There we go. Yeah. So this is one of the, this is 2nd and 12, and this is when RMT, let's see, clip 26. I'm pretty sure RMT is out, and we're getting, yeah, RMT's out. We just scored. He's out, and this is Tennessee's response to it. And so you've got, I'm just gonna let the play run so you guys kind of remember what play this is. But this is Danny Okoye's sack, and I'm pretty sure, Brad, you can help me maybe pull up the play-by-play, but I think this is where they missed the field goal. I think they missed this field goal.
Yep.
Yeah. So this play pushes them further out, and I was like, yeah, this is, I mean, what's going on here? And the reason why I pulled this up is because I don't like how Brent asks RMT to drop out of the pass rush. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine, but I understand why he does it. And in here, he's asking PJ. Let me change the color. He's asking PJ here to drop out. But what this is he's running what in my language is a peel technique, where he's going to match, literally like man match any offensive player out, which is, so what ends up happening is this is cover 3 robber, where we've brought our free safety down into the box, and this is again match. So he is a skiff player, so he's gonna match anything up, out, like seam, curl, flat. And then you also have got PJ, who is matching any first person out as well, which creates this like natural double team on the tight end, which I like, because then when you also get pressure and they're running what I kind of, it's kind of hard for me to kind of put all of his blitzes into families, but I call it a creeper, because you've got Heineke, who is just sitting here. There's no simulation. You've got a drop. So this is technically a replacement pressure, where you are dropping 7, bringing 4, but you don't know which 4. right, Brad? So like that who's coming. We know we've got 5, we've got possibly 5, we've got possibly 6. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier about how Brent kept the pressure on, was because he kept, like, even with all the big chunk plays, he was still delivering calls like this that are what you would call safe pressures, because at the end of the day, you're dropping 7, you're rushing 4. And what they did is, I don't know if this was by scheme, but we attacked the A gaps, and we actually attacked the A gaps a lot in this game, where we are sending 2 blitzers into the same A gap. We didn't do it to the B. We went after, I'm assuming, these guards, this interior line. We did it a lot. I think there's another play in here where we basically just keep sending pressure to the A gap. So what's happening here? Going down the line, Jaden's over here at the 5. He's just contained. You got Dominic Williams, who is going contain on pressure. He's got to help replace PJ over here. So all he's doing is just pushing to the boundary to be that contained pressure there. And then you are sending both Okoye and Heineke behind him into the A gap. And you get a sack.
Yep. Glad to see Okoye get in there and get one.
Yeah. So looking at the coverage here, it's just simple cover 3 match. These guys are all manned up. You got your down free safety who is matching seam curl flat, and then you also got another match there, and then you're gonna get Bowen on eyes, and then you've got your peel by PJ. There's nowhere to put this ball, not with the pressure coming in the face. You got there's your other flat player on the other side. Bowen's working over to help his corner, and there's nowhere to put it. Blitz lands home. Even if there's no check down, they took this pop pass. So part of the mainstream word, veer and shoot, the Brile system, they absolutely love the tight end pop pass. This peel technique with the down safety here eliminates it. So they must have been expecting it being second and goal by tendency. Hey, we need to take these pop passes out. We'll match everything. And Brad, I want you to, like, do you see anybody in zone?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Manned up. Yep.
We kind of, like, going from the Ole Miss game to the Tennessee game, we upped our tendency in match coverage on purpose, because this system is built on destroying defenses that want to guard grass, because everything about it is taking the free grass. So we upped our tendency on match coverage. Boom, we get replacement pressures and all the good stuff. I'm just going to let this one play. I can't remember what this... Okay, yeah. So this is Guillory.
Yep. Did a good job not making too much contact there until the very end.
Yep. There's your... Let's see what's going up front.
Sure wish our guys would turn their head around more often, though, on a lot of those coverages.
So there's your free safety down, robber. We're matching everything. We got gaps on, meaning we got all gaps covered. We got averts. I'm kind of air raid family, so I'm not veer and shoot family, but this is definitely verts. I mean, they're getting to from a 3x1 set. They're all getting to their vert spots. Yeah, so here it is. Here it is. A gap. We did that a lot. Like, we were we wanted to, pressure in a straight line. We wanted to attack the A gaps with pressure.
He definitely looked uncomfortable as the game went on. Just, yeah, you could just tell his face. He just didn't look like a confident quarterback at that point.
I love this dropout here. You see how I think that's Sammy. I think that's Sammy. So going back to Brent's defense is that whether you're a safety, whether you're a linebacker, whether you're freaking Kendall Daniels out here playing corner, yeah, that's Kendall Daniels playing corner.
Really?
Yep, he's right here. Dude, no, I'm telling you, there's no position that he does not play. Yeah. He's everywhere. He's like our version of Isaiah Simmons, like hands down. It's really cool. But getting back to like Brent's techniques, being able to coach multiple rooms, the same techniques. So like you got this down safety here. Actually, I'll bring that up another play. But we've got multiple guys that can play the techniques from multiple rooms. I don't know how they did it, but they did. I'm not sure how they do it. So like this right here, is that? Yeah, so this right here, this backer here, he's looking his 3 out. He's trying to work back in because he knows that play is he's undercutting it. He's not quite needing to robot here, which is basically turn hips and run. But if this guy was real fast, you would see him turn up and run. But good play by Guillory. I mean, I like how he squeezes down right here. He gets in the end zone. You see how that space closes? He could feel that end zone, and then he pulls himself right into the defender to make that space constrain and make that throw a lot harder and make that catch a lot harder. That's a good play by Guillory.
Yeah, I thought he had a good game coverage wise.
Okay, let's go to the next one. I've only watched through this one time. You know, it's 4:14, so this is the Bowen interception.
Yeah. Aguilar didn't account for him.
Now, I think there's a reason why Aguilar doesn't throw very many passes this deep like other, quarterbacks from this system, because he doesn't really put a lot of oomph on the ball. He doesn't put a whole lot of zip. If he had more arm strength, he could probably thread that needle for a touchdown, but he doesn't have that kind of arm. So again, what do we got? It's cover 3 match again. You got Boganowski that is playing robber. He's going to sit. He's also looking to match somebody. So you see, if he was playing country 3, he would just be sitting here. But because he's playing match, he's once he sees that, hey, there's no one to match, he's going to look inside, and then he's going to robot just like a backer would, playing the strong hook. So he is literally using a technique just as Sammy is, but being in a different room. So now he robots over and he undercuts that, and that's taken out. And then you've got Eli down here. And traditionally, this is where it gets kind of wild, Brad, is that traditionally or typically, based on divider rules, Bowen would technically be inside of this receiver and be on an island. He would be inside, carry the inside shoulder, and be on an island. But you don't have to do that when you've got Bowen, who can play from 20 yards out. And as this play develops, knowing that this system, Tennessee, wants to take free grass, this receiver's not going to go put him in a position where he's going to lose the outside. This receiver, based on his system, take free grass. So he's going to run, again, a fade route, but he's going to kind of bend it to make himself playable to the play. Bowen coming from, what is that, like 20 yards, 15, 18 yards? Closes the space and gets himself a pick.
Yeah, that's just brotherly love right there, man. Just
it is.
Have his brother covered, man.
It is. No, this is totally like this is Eli is, hey, you're not going this way. You have to go this way. And we can pull that off with Bowen, who's technically midpointing these two vertical routes. He can also flip his hips and run and take this vertical route out as well. I mean, that is Eli's delivering it to him, and Eli is flipping his hips and running and taking the free gift. I mean, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Now, you got to admit, this is the first week you've been motivated to show some defensive film, right? In a while.
Yeah, because I hate because I don't like some of the zone stuff that he runs. Like, it's really just like your pure zone stuff, and you can get eaten alive with it.
Mm-hmm.
And he does. Don't get me wrong. He's run these coverages before. Okay, like these coverages before have been called. It's just that the tendency of his calls haven't been high enough to really do the damage to an offense like this. And he had to, because again, the scheme of Tennessee would have eaten that alive. Okay, let's go to one. I think I only got a couple more, Brad. Okay, so this is the one where I kind of struggle on like trying to identify, because it's one of our, it's a 4 down. So Tennessee's going hurry up here. They're trying to catch us off. You got a 4 down front. You got 3 high, and there's Kendall Daniels playing as a middle safety. He's not a corner this time. He's a middle safety. And what it looks like to me is this is a non-traditional Tampa. So we are big half, and then you've got your squat corner, you got your wall. The reason why I kind of like, is this cover 3 cloud? Because technically he is running like he's going to, Guillory is looking like he's taking a deep third, but not really. He doesn't have to because RSJ's there. But I'm pretty sure that this is non-traditional Tampa. And what, again, based on Tennessee's scheme.
Is this late in the game?
Yeah, so this is clip 53. So I'll assume that this.
Okay.
Let's see. This is. Oh, no, second quarter.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, second quarter.
I thought it might have been late in the game when we were kind of playing them prevent, just letting them dump it off underneath.
No,
that's what it looked like.
No. Yeah. So Tennessee is, again, based on this game, take the yards. He wants to have a conversion here. So he's wanting to take and attack this middle of the field, because this receiver thinks that the middle of the field is open. I don't think he was coached up well enough, because you got Kendall that's sitting like right there. But Kendall and this non-traditional Tampa is essentially you're creating triangles. You got a squat and a triangle, and then you can have another squat here, or I guess you can also do that. This is the part that's kind of, I'm not sure what Guillory's throwing me off down here, but I'm pretty sure this is non-traditional Tampa. And like, you've got this conversion route. The receiver's trying to attack behind Kendall, and RSJ doesn't have, just takes the ball. Aguilar just didn't. I don't think Aguilar saw him, to be honest.
Great. That's great spacing right there.
It is.
Fantastic. That's what you want from a zone, right? Right there.
Yep.
Just perfect spacing.
Let's see, what's this next one? Okay. No, I like this one.
Just keep slipping them in, don't you?
Well, this is the last one, I swear.
I'm teasing.
No, I like this one because this is 2nd and 5. This is 4th quarter. It's 26-17. Okay. And like we've been saying, or I've been saying, is that, Brent could have easily gone into a shell with all of these past chunk plays.
Mm-hmm. And
here you are, it's 2nd and 5. They're trying to get back into this game. And what does he do? He goes cover 0. We're going to have, I'm pretty sure, here's your
I think he brought
wrap.
6 on that play, if I remember right.
Yeah,
we'll see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just 5. Okay.
Yeah. So you got ETX stunts. Okay. You got in to tackle exchanges. And then you've got Kip coming on a knife blitz or an outside D-gap blitz. And then you've got a low hole rat. And then you've got your lurker from RSJ coming down. And then you are straight up like man coverage across the board. on 2nd and 5, scoring opportunity for Tennessee, and they're trying to get this deep over on this boundary side. But this is like, after all those chunk plays, he could have easily went into zone and hoped for the best. Nope, he brought heat. 2nd and 5, fourth quarter. They need to score. He didn't mess around, man. And this poor tackle here, number 70 for Tennessee,
Kip came so clean there on that.
So you're getting your exchanges here from the tackles and the ends. Kip goes free, sack. But there's also nowhere to put this ball.
Right.
This is bully football. This is Georgia football. This is Alabama football. This is how they play.
Yeah, good stuff. You really gotta hand it to Brent this game. Gave up a ton of yardage. You talked about it, 17 explosives, but a lot of people's given up a lot of points to Tennessee, not just yards. And the fact that we had them at 17, Rob, there with 9 minutes to go, and really could have run the game out.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for that turnover.
That
17 points.
I know. Oh, yeah, that'd have been great.
Yeah. A lot of people commenting on the fantastic breakdown.
Oh, awesome.
Rob, yeah, you do a great job. And, I don't sit here and give you enough compliments during the pods most of the time because other people do it for me. But, man, you put a lot of time into it, and it's as good as there is out there. If people like these breakdowns, I mean, this is the place. But
yeah,
good stuff.
I have a problem with my hamster wheel always spinning and trying to calm it down and be like, okay, just pick these 3 or 4. Just pick the ones that you like. Otherwise, we could have been here for 4 hours. I could have done like the whole game.
Yeah, good stuff. Got anything else?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
Covered some ground. Thank goodness for a win. Man, it always helps. It always helps, get excited for the pod. Not that we don't get excited for every pod, but man, those losses are tough. They take a toll on you. So
yeah.
Great to get back on the win path. And a few other comments. Go to Tuscaloosa. Go get another huge road win, and we are smack right dab in the middle of the playoff picture.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's doable. Like Alabama's got flaws, man. Like
they do.
They are inconsistent, man. Like they are inconsistent.
I will say what Aguilar lacked in quarterback arm strength, I think Simpson makes up for. So I am concerned a little bit about that. I mean, you got to knock him off his block, right?
Yep. I mean, their receivers are good. The Bernard kid doesn't get enough praise that he should.
He doesn't.
Williams kind of overshadows with the brand name, some of the explosive stuff, but that kid is good.
Yeah.
But you get healthy, Gentry comes back, Howland, Simmons, you're suddenly deeper. You got the confidence. You got to tweak some things in the passing game, tweak some things in the run game. You got just stay committed to the damn run the damn ball. Alabama's beatable. Alabama's completely beatable. This is not the day and age of team of destinies where you got one team that's just steamrolling everybody and they can do it in a million different ways. That is not Alabama of the past.
That may be A&M.
Maybe.
The closest thing to it in the league right now, I should say.
Yes, closest thing into the league, but they've got their own thing. But
right.
It is we control our destiny in November, Brad. We do.
That's all we wanted.
We haven't controlled our destiny in November in a long time. And I just use this bye week in an efficient manner, expand your playbook a bit, get healthier, take that confidence from this win, and go beat the crap out of Alabama.
Yeah, they're going
to do it again.
They're going to want revenge after coming to Norman last year, but doesn't matter. Yeah, I like the teams. Heck, we've had what 2 road games now in the SEC, 2 or 3, 2, and man, did a great job both times. Maybe we're road warriors.
We could be very well. We very well
We've
could
seen
be.
that before. Stoops had some of those teams, just road warriors. Everything stacked against you, and you just go bring a little extra chip on your shoulder.
That's the edge you have to carry with yourself, is that you are backed in a corner and you're going to have to fight your way through it. We cannot lose that edge. We have to keep that. Keep the chip on your shoulder. Do you have to watch like compilations of Baker Mayfield to get you psyched up and all the stuff he's gone through? Like whatever you got to do to piss yourself off, or like listen to Alabama knuckleheads and stuff like that. Keep that feeling of being backed in a corner.
Yeah, I will say there's been a small pattern forming here. Is we have a good game, we feel good about ourselves, we go to Texas, we get beat, but we rebound the next week. Go to South Carolina, we look good, we feel good about ourselves. We come home, we lose to Ole Miss.
Yeah,
and so we rebound. We go to Tennessee. So I don't want that pattern to continue.
I know.
At this point, you don't need to feel good about yourself until December. So just hopefully we can string a couple of these together. Maybe the bye week's breaking the cycle. How's that?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, because you get healthier, right? Because the grind of that, we were out of our grind. That was the meat of our schedule. Those were stacked weeks of SEC play. Now we can hit the reset button, and we got 1 road game and 2 home games against teams that are basically dumpster fires. So we have to finish strong. Get the road win, finish strong.
Yep. All right, man. You want to wrap it up, or you got?
Yeah. Something? So, just an announcement. Like and we'll keep reminding people through Missouri tailgate, Champion Standard tailgate, Boomer Outreach Building. JY Alex is going to be there. We're going to try to do our like a pre for fun. Like hopefully we'll pan out with the internet and everything. We're going to do a pregame pod out there for Missouri. We're just going to be eating and drinking and doing some pod stuff, and then but come out and join us again. Boomer Outreach Building. Look for the ambulance is your North Star. And then LSU tailgate is going to be fire. Like we're doing a shrimp boil. That night game, November, cap the season
it'll
off.
Be a night game?
It should be. Why would they?
Well,
is that one of those flex games?
Well, yeah, I think it I but either way, God dang, SEC, whatever, has just been killing us on these home games.
Yeah, home games and penalties.
We haven't had one. Am I right? We haven't had one night SEC game yet. Is that right? That's right.
I think you're right. Yeah.
3 home games. Auburn, Ole Miss. What was the other one?
Auburn, Ole Miss. Oh my God. Yeah, that's
Texas is neutral. Yeah, just Auburn, Ole Miss. We can't seem to get a night home game, which just goes back to my conspiracy, Rob, which I'm not bringing up today. I
agree, Bishop. It should be. Yeah. It should be, Bishop. Like I would be.
Yeah,
I would be.
Should be. There's a lot of good games that weekend is the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, they should give us.
Hey, by then maybe LSU has hired Kiffin.
Huh? Oh God, I know that's gonna happen. Man.
Can you imagine?
That's gonna happen
if they could hire Kiffin and we could play him twice in 1 year, like he showed up and actually coached for that game. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah,
not gonna happen. But
I think Kiffin's gonna go to the boot, man. I really do. I think at the end of the day, Kiffin's gonna be in the boot. I go to the boot over Florida and all them, but yeah, that'd be pretty wild. But anyway, LSU tailgate, that's gonna be fire. Shrimp boil again. Boomer Outreach Building. Come out. Find the OU ambulance. Sooner Paco's OU ambulance. It's your North Star. Come get some grub. Grab a beer. Talk ball. Say hi. You don't have to stay the whole time. Whatever. I mean, just it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be trying to turn it up before the game. I'm excited for that game.
Yeah. Getting that time of year, may want to bring some portable heaters.
No, yeah, for sure.
Potentially, depending on game time. But no, good show, man. Appreciate you. If I don't think we have any other questions or anything like that, so let's wrap it up, and you can go watch your Bills Chiefs.
Yes, yeah, let's do it.
So, thanks everybody for joining us today. Always good to jump on after a win. I didn't see this win coming after last week. I was concerned about it. I hate to be that kind of person, but I love when team just proves me wrong, and I hope they do it again here in a couple of weeks. I hope they just keep piling these wins up, end up the season 5-0 and 10-2, and just everything in front of us. So, thanks again, everybody, and we will catch you next week. Take care, Boomer.
Hey, that is my standard. Champion standard. Yeah. Run my place, ayy. Keep up with the pace, ayy. If you don't got motion, then stay up out of my face, ayy. I be doing a race, ayy. 100 yards out of the way, ayy. It's time to lock in the field, baby. It's game day. 7 rings you can't handle. I'm on a champion man too. Welcome to my standards. Maybe that's something you can't do. Maybe try a different angle. Maybe try a different play too. When you know you're the greatest, some people might hate you. Champ, I'm the champ. I'm the champ. Champion standard. Don't gotta put on a hat. Titles, you know we got that. Yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard. Yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard. Hang my jersey in the rafters. I'm a champ. Champion standard. I'll tell you nobody's safe when it's time for game day. Put up or shut up, you know it's competitive. We will not ever take losses. Yeah, I be playing the game, but at heart, you know I am just really a boss. Youngin' or boomer, don't matter who's on the field, everybody getting sauce. Get down with the team, cause we really wanna win, yeah. Hey, I'm the man, yeah. Watch how we make fans, while we also make this cash, hey. When it comes to plays, there isn't one we haven't ran, yeah. Competition's getting body, that's no cabin. Champ, I'm the champ. I'm the champ. Champion standard, don't gotta put on a hat. Titles, you know we got that. Yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard, yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard, hang my jersey in the rafters. I'm a champ. Champion standard, champ. I'm the champ. I'm the champ. Champion standard, don't gotta put on a hat. Titles, you know we got that. Yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard, yeah, I'm the champ. Champion standard, hang my jersey in the rafters. I'm a champ. Champion standard. I told you nobody's safe when it's time for game day. I told you nobody's safe when it's time for game day. Champion standard, and we don't play. Champion standard, and we don't play.